So yeah guys, I want to share another Janet Jackson-esque story with you guys about how I manifested a retro Janet Jackson Rhythm Nation tour jacket for free. In 1991, once the tour was over, I received a newsletter from her fan club saying that now that the tour was over, they had jackets for sale. Around about this time, I had to have been about 14 years old and I didn't have any money, so I asked my grandfather, who would usually buy like the big ticket items for me, to purchase the jacket for me. I gave him the information. He called her fan club and they said that they no longer had any jackets in inventory and that they didn't have any for sale. So once again, I was disappointed and thought to myself, here's another thing that I'm not going to be able to enjoy. Here's another thing that I won't be able to get because, you know, I'm such a huge fan. So in 2019, Janet was on tour, I believe in Las Vegas. She had a residency, and she was celebrating the 30th anniversary of her 1989 album, Rhythm Nation. So her website started to sell retro Rhythm Nation tour jackets for $400. I thought that price was like extremely exorbitant. And I just said to myself, wow, $400 for a retro jacket? That's a lot of money. So I wound up not buying one in 2019. At the very beginning of 2020, I was on eBay and I saw this 1814 pin badge. I think it cost maybe $10, something like that. After I bought the pin badge, because the name of her album was Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation 1814. So the little 1814 badge is like very significant in referencing that particular album project of hers. So after I bought the pin badge, I thought, well, why would I buy this if I can't put it on the jacket at least? In November of 2022, I went to her website. I couldn't find where the jacket was for sale. And finally, I hit a link and I found where it was for sale. So it was still $400. I purchased it. It took them a while to send it to me, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. When I finally received it, you know, I'm very excited to have it because it's something that I've wanted for so many years. So I tried the jacket on, I buttoned it up, you know, I'm feeling cool and I'm feeling really great because this is something that I've always wanted and now I finally have it. When I'm taking the jacket off, I noticed when I unbutton it, I noticed that one of the buttons, the second to the last button, is broken. And I immediately thought to myself, well, how in the world am I paying with tax $447 for this jacket and it has a broken button? This is ridiculous. The jacket is overpriced as it is because it's a novelty item. And then on top of that, it has a broken button. And I'm thinking to myself, whenever anything happens to me since I've been introduced to Neville Goddard, if there's anything that's off or anything that seems a little weird or, I wonder what this means, that kind of feeling, I'm always thinking, well, what's going to happen next? I reach out to janetjackson.com. I send them an email and I tell them what's going on. I'm saying that the jacket arrived damaged with the broken button. I hear nothing. They never respond back to me. So about 2 weeks after that, I reach out to PayPal and I told them, well, I've reached out to the merchant. They won't contact me back. I don't know what's going on. I spent a lot of money for this item. It has a broken button. PayPal says we'll open a claim for you and it should take about 10 days. We'll try to reach out to the merchant to see if we can get a resolution for you. On January the 2nd of this year, 2023, I get an email from PayPal that says this particular claim has been decided in your favor. They gave me all of my money back, all $447. So then I call up PayPal and I ask them, well, what am I supposed to do with the item? They said, well, we can't reach the merchant either. So you can just keep the item. We've refunded your money back. That's that. And I instantly thought to myself then when that happened, well, what does this mean? This is crazy. I've been complaining about the price of the jacket for a few years. I finally pay for it. What are the odds that I get a jacket with a broken button? And now PayPal is telling me, keep the item. The merchant won't respond back to us. We're giving you your money back. So since I had the silver 1814 Rhythm Nation badge, I put it on the jacket and I've always noticed that the buttons on the jacket were black. So since I had the badge, I said, well, you know what? I think it might look cool if I just have the buttons replaced on this jacket in silver, because if one of the buttons broke, maybe the rest of them will break too. So let me just go get some quality silver buttons and I'm going to have somebody replace them for me. I'm going to take it somewhere and have them to make the repair. I decided to go on Amazon and just purchase like a little button kit myself, put them on the jacket myself. And when it was done, it looked really cool. I was like, well, here's the silver badge. 1814 badge, just like the one she wears in the music video, except much smaller. And here are my silver buttons, Okay, fine. The very next day, which was a Sunday, I was up late watching YouTube videos. I saw an old clip of the Arsenio Hall late night show where Janet Jackson was rehearsing for her Rhythm Nation tour on the same soundstage as the Arsenio Hall show. So Janet's talking to Arsenio and he's interviewing her. In the interview, which I'm going to link so that you guys can see it, Janet gives Arsenio a Rhythm Nation jacket that has a silver 1814 pin on it with silver buttons. So when I saw that, I immediately thought to myself, that's odd. Yesterday, I just put silver buttons on my Rhythm Nation jacket that was damaged, and I put the 1814 pin on it in the exact same place that Janet has the pin on the jacket that she's given to Arsenio. The jackets are identical. I researched and I haven't seen and could not find anywhere where the Rhythm Nation tour jacket was ever sold with silver buttons. So immediately I'm going into my Neville Goddard mind thinking, well, what does this mean? I had not seen this video first and decided to put silver buttons on the jacket. None of that had happened. I purchased the pin first before I even purchased the jacket. Okay, I thought to myself, what are the odds that I would purchase the 1814 pin first, then order the Rhythm Nation jacket, which arrives damaged, get refunded for it, decide out of the blue to replace the black buttons with silver buttons, and then watch Janet give Arsenio Hall a Rhythm Nation tour jacket with silver buttons and an 1814 pin in the exact same place that I put the pin the day before on the jacket. So I immediately thought, okay, here's Janet giving Arsenio this jacket that looks just like mine, and she's giving it to him. And ultimately, she kind of gave me this jacket as well because I got it for free with an 1814 pin on the right side of the jacket with silver button. I wasn't able to find anywhere that this Rhythm Nation jacket has ever been sold anywhere with silver buttons, ever. Am I crazy? Is this a synchronicity? What is this? What does it mean? I really still don't know what to think about this. I received the jacket for free, and somehow the bridge of incidents had me to receive a jacket that winds up looking exactly like the one that Janet gave to Arsenio and that she ultimately gave to me. The jackets are identical. You can see that in the picture. I don't know if I'm reaching here or what. Anything that has anything to do with Neville Goddard and my belief and all of his teachings and anything that happens in my life, I always look at everything with new eyes and try to examine and re-examine the things that happened in my life. I just really think that was a weird occurrence. In my mind, I think that it's an incredible thing to want something and to get it, and to get it in a way to where it's free. Just like meeting Janet and everything coming to me in a way to where I feel like the law is saying, you love this person so much, a way is going to be made to make sure that you can go there and it's not going to be at any cost to you. You didn't raise a finger for it to happen, and it's going to be free to you. The jacket is also free to me. I didn't lift a finger to do anything. I originally paid for it. But again, it's almost like the law is saying, well, I'm going to make sure that you get exactly what you want and to let you know how much this thing is yours already. There will be no price associated with it. Again, you guys can tell me if I'm reaching here. I don't know. I just wanted to share that story with everybody. Again, there'll be more videos coming. I thank you for listening. Bye, everybody.